Software project planning. Software project planning is the foundational phase in the software development life cycle, where teams outline how a project will be executed, monitored, and controlled. This phase includes defining project goals, scope, deliverables, timelines, resources, risks, and budgeting. A well-structured plan sets realistic expectations and ensures everyone is aligned from the start. Software project planning gives a clear direction and establishes a roadmap for development. Without this step, teams may struggle with scope creep, missed deadlines, and unclear responsibilities. The plan becomes a reference point throughout the project life cycle, helping teams stay on track. So, what does a software project plan contain? A comprehensive project plan includes project objectives and scope, estimation and planning of the various resources involved in the project, budget estimation, management of risk, quality and change, and communication planning. This document serves as a control mechanism and ensures accountability across all teams. The project plan is not just a checklist, it's a living document that guides decision-making. For example, resource allocation ensures the right people are working on the right tasks, while the communication plan helps manage updates and stakeholder expectations. Each component supports smoother execution and early detection of issues. Every software project must start with well-defined objectives. These serve as the foundation upon which the entire project is planned and executed. Objectives should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Having this clarity ensures that stakeholders remain aligned throughout the project life cycle. You can also break down large objectives into smaller, manageable milestones to avoid overwhelm and increase focus. While defining objectives, it's important to keep an open channel for flexibility so the team can adapt to any changes or unforeseen challenges that may arise during development. Scope management is crucial in software projects to avoid overextension and delays. This process involves outlining all the functionalities, features, and work required to complete the project. Equally important is defining what's not included. This clarity is documented in a scope statement, which acts as a contract between all project stakeholders. By aligning with stakeholders, we can ensure that everyone has the same understanding of the deliverables and boundaries. Implementing a formal change control system is good practice to manage any alterations that may arise throughout the project. Regularly reviewing and updating the scope helps in adjusting to any evolving needs while keeping the project on track. A project's success depends on having the right resources at the right time. Resource planning involves mapping out team roles, software tools, hardware needs, and budget allocations. It also includes estimating how much effort is required for each task. Resource planning should be dynamic, meaning you must monitor and adjust resource allocation as the project progresses. For instance, high-priority tasks might require more developers, while other tasks like testing might need specialized equipment. Additionally, building a contingency budget into your resource planning will help accommodate unforeseen requirements and risks. Estimating time and cost is both an art and a science. It requires historical data, expert judgment, and proven estimation techniques like PERT, Monte Carlo simulations, or function point analysis. These methods consider different scenarios and risks. Direct costs like personnel wages and software licenses are easy to estimate, but indirect costs such as office overheads or communication costs should also be factored in. For example, a detailed work breakdown structure helps break down tasks into smaller pieces to make time and cost estimates more accurate. The more granular the breakdown, the more reliable your estimates will be. Budget estimation is about forecasting the financial commitment needed to successfully deliver a project. A well-prepared budget includes all direct costs like salaries and hardware, as well as indirect ones such as administrative expenses or team training. Depending on the project, you might need to distinguish between capital expenses and ongoing operational costs. Teams often use a bottom-up approach for detailed projects or a top-down approach when working under a fixed budget. It's also a good idea to add a contingency reserve to account for unforeseen costs. Presenting a clear, justified budget increases the project's credibility and helps secure stakeholder approval. Software projects are full of uncertainties such as technical challenges, shifting requirements, or delays due to resource constraints. Risk management involves identifying these possible threats early, assessing their impact and likelihood, and crafting response strategies. Common responses include avoiding, mitigating, transferring, or accepting the risk. A well-maintained risk register is a vital document for tracking these risks and their resolutions. Regular risk assessments throughout the project help to keep risks in check. Communication is the backbone of any successful project. This step involves establishing who needs to know what, when, and how. It includes setting up regular meetings, project status reports, dashboards, and escalation paths. A strong communication plan keeps everyone informed, reduces misunderstandings, and speeds up decision-making. Tools like Slack, Microsoft Teams, and Jira are often used to facilitate these conversations. In agile development, daily stand-ups might be scheduled, while larger updates are communicated in sprint reviews. Quality management includes setting quality standards, choosing metrics to monitor, like defect density or code coverage, and planning reviews, testing cycles, and continuous integration practices. It aligns the final product with user expectations and regulatory compliance where applicable. A quality assurance plan ensures that all deliverables meet established standards before deployment. Additionally, creating quality metrics upfront, such as how many bugs are acceptable per release, can help focus the development process toward achieving these standards. In dynamic software environments, changes are inevitable. Effective change management allows the team to adapt without derailing the entire project. It defines a formal process for requesting, reviewing, approving, and implementing changes. This ensures accountability and helps assess how changes affect scope, cost, and timelines before execution. A change control board is often set up for large projects. A well-structured change management process ensures that the impact of a change on the project's cost, schedule, and quality is understood before moving forward. To summarize, software project planning is the cornerstone of successful software development, providing a structured approach to organize, execute, and monitor the entire life cycle of a project. It involves setting clear goals, defining deliverables, estimating timeframes and budgets, allocating resources effectively, and managing risks and dependencies. A well-crafted project plan ensures that all stakeholders are aligned in their expectations and responsibilities. It outlines the what, when, how, and who of the project, establishing a roadmap that guides the team from initiation to completion. By incorporating key elements like requirement analysis, task breakdown, timeline scheduling, and budget forecasting, project planning reduces uncertainty and enhances decision-making. It also builds accountability, supports quality assurance, and allows for proactive problem-solving. Ultimately, software project planning is not just a preliminary step, it is a continuous, adaptive process that drives clarity, efficiency, and successful outcomes in a dynamic software environment.